sound check, video positioning check. Just going for a bit of a drive right now. We're out at Margate. I want to do some more videos on my new car, the BMW M140i. It's a great little car. I've had it for, what, 3 months now. Things I like about it, things I don't like about it. Well, things I like about it is endless. It's a very comfortable car. It's a very fast car. It's a very luxurious car. It's the most expensive car and the nicest car I've ever owned. Not that I've ever driven, but certainly that I've ever owned. I do like to look after it, so some people do like to tease me because I'm washing it every week, sometimes twice a week. I think it looks awesome when it's clean. It looks very shiny. When it's, because being a black car, when it does get a bit of dirt on it, it's quite easily seen. And I just like the way it looks when it shines in the sun. I've got a few photos that I've just taken. I'm going to put them in here, and you can have a look. Just out doing a bit of a drive. It's been raining all week, and I've been working quite hard for the last few days in my normal job. And I thought it would be nice to go out and have a bit of a drive, do some testing on the video. I've got some new cameras. Really wanted to start making a lot more content if I can. I don't really know what to make. So if you've got any ideas, leave a comment. But otherwise, it'll just be me driving my car. It'll be all about my car, basically. I do plan on doing some track days shortly. I have recently joined the BMW Club of Queensland. I've gone on a few drives with them. It's quite good, quite fun. Get to meet a few new people, see all sorts of different cars. So actually this Friday coming up, I shall be doing a sprint series now. The sprint series is hosted by the BMW Club of Queensland and sponsored by RX Automotive. RX Automotive are a BMW specialist here in Brisbane. So I don't know too much about the sprint series. What I do know is that you get a timer and you put it on the front of your car. You can hire them or you can buy them. I'm going to actually buy it because I am going to be doing the series as much as I can. So there's a few races during the year. Not sure exactly how many, but I'll have to look that up. And you go out for, I think it's 4 laps. You do an out lap, you do 2 hot laps, and then you do a cool down lap, and then you bring your car back in. And it's all about time. It's not about beating someone else. So I'm going to give that a go. What I do like about it is that I can go out and drive my car as fast as I'm capable around a track and do it legally rather than out on the street, which I just don't think is the place to do it. So because it's a timed lap and you're competing against the clock, really, you can pace yourself and space yourself around other cars, so you're not risking door-to-door racing around a track, and you're not risking crashing into others. The only real risk if you overdrive your abilities, which I'm hoping I won't, is you can go off the track. Now Lakeside is where the first round is. I'm not sure if every round is at Lakeside, but it is a very fast track, and it's also a very narrow track in regards to there is not much runoff. So if you go off the track and you start sliding on the grass, it's not going to be long until you hit a tyre or concrete barrier. So I will be going fast, but I'm not going to go overly fast until I've got a bit more time behind the wheel and get a bit used to it. I have been out to Lakeside's driver training centre for a day. Spent a day out there with a company called Skid Control. They're a Brisbane-based company. They do a lot of driver training, race events, just like a test and tune event. So basically I went to to like a test and tune, just drive. They had a skid pan set up, the dry track set up, and that was actually quite a lot of fun. That was 3 weeks, I think, after I bought the car, and I really wanted to get out and give it a go. And I wasn't that fast. It was fast. Like, I had a lot of fun. If you'd seen my previous video, you might see some footage of that day in there. So I had quite a lot of fun driving around, giving it a boot full, and just seeing what this car can do. So a little bit of, I guess, a little bit of information about this car. Just talk about it a bit. It is a BMW 1 Series. It's the 140i in the 1 Series, which this particular model was built in 2018 in November, I believe, or October 2018. It might have been August, I don't know, I'll have to look it up. And it was then originally registered in 2019. I believe they call it a 2019 compliance. I'm the second owner, and I bought it with about 44,000 kilometres on the clock. Because it was only 2 years old when I bought it, the person who had originally bought it new got a service plan, 3-year service plan with it. So that service plan migrated with the car to the next owner, and so I've got a year of free servicing, which I thought was quite cool. And I've also got another year of factory warranty, so that's a bit of peace of mind for me when I went and bought the car. The car has a B58. Now the B58 is quite a famous, when I say famous, it's quite a well-known and popular engine, a variant of it, which is the B58TU, yeah, I think it's the B58TU, is in the latest Supra, so the Toyota Supra / BMW Z4 has the same engine in it, although I think that particular engine has larger fuel pumps, so high pressure fuel pumps, which are a bit bigger than the ones that come in the car that I have. Both those cars, the Supra and this car, have the same gearbox, which is the ZF8, very nice 8-speed automatic gearbox. The owner who was previous to me, who bought the car new, did tick a lot of the boxes. So this has got a full leather interior with electric seats and memory seats. It's got sunroof. It's got the Harman Kardon 12 speaker stereo, which sounds really good. I quite enjoy it. I don't listen to much music because I'm too busy listening to the engine. Other modifications he has done to this is he has put a mode charge pipe, which is an upgraded charge pipe, which is a popular upgrade because the plastic charge pipes in these cars are known for deteriorating and cracking fairly quickly. So he's gone ahead and put an upgraded one in. So it is, I think, an aluminium or it's some sort of metal charge pipe in it, so it will last a lot longer and be able to put a lot more pressure through it. He also put in a BMS pod filter, so there's an upgraded intake, so it gets some really nice sound when it's induction sound. So when you're really starting to put the foot into it and it starts to draw in that air, it has that really nice intake sound. It came, well, when he ordered it with an M Performance exhaust, so it's got an upgraded sports exhaust, all factory stuff, which is really good. And the other thing he did was he gave it a tune Now the tune, I had no idea about it, who did it or what the settings are or anything. I did take it to someone to put it on the dyno, just to have a look to see that it's a safe tune, that the engine is going to be able to handle whatever it's done to it. And I was also interested in the amount of horsepower that was at the wheels, and I was rather surprised that at the wheels this car is producing 378.5 horsepower. Torque, I'm not sure, but it's definitely over 500 Newton meters. Stock, these are 500, and this one is a lot more than that. So it's a punchy little car. It only weighs 14 to 1500 kilos, so it is not overly heavy, and it's got a whopping big 6-cylinder 3-litre turbocharged engine, and when you put your foot down it pushes you into the back of your seat and doesn't lose traction. Other things that he got added to the car was adaptive suspension, so that makes it quite a nice ride when you're just cruising around like I am now. What else is here? It's all black, so the colour of it is black sapphire, so it's a really nice black with a metallic finish through it, or flex through it. It looks really good in the sun, especially after I've just washed it. I've got some photos, I might include those in here as well, so you can have a look. All black interior, as I said before, leather. He's got the piano sort of finish on the handles for the doors and for the dash, and for around the controls for the media center. I'm not overly impressed with that. Some of it's got a little bit of scratch here and there, and it looks nice, but I think if I had a choice, and I do have a choice being my car now, and when I do get some money I can look at some different upgrades, but I'm thinking about just, some carbon fibre accents through the dash and through the door handles, and even on the steering wheel. Steering wheel is quite nice. It's got all the controls on it. It's got flappy paddles, so you can put your it'll change your gears using that, so you can put it into manual, you can put it into sports mode. I do like that. I haven't tried launch control yet. We might try that at some point in the future. What I do also like is it has 4 different modes. So it has Eco Pro mode, so that's just when you want to save some fuel and just drive around and putt around quite quietly. And then I was going to go up that road, but it looks like they've closed it off. Must be some sort of market happening, or was happening, and it's now finishing. Not sure, but we'll go around this way. So it's Eco Pro mode is quite good for fuel economy. Not that this car gets good fuel economy, it's quite a thirsty little engine, and fuel at the moment is quite expensive, so I like to just cruise around in Eco Pro mode and just putt around and just enjoy the car as it is. When you want to put your foot down, you can just kick down and go like the clappers. And then it has just what's it called, Eco mode, which is called comfort mode. So that's just your normal driving mode that it automatically starts in and drive around. It's a little bit responsive, but the suspension's quite comfortable. The next one up from that is sport, so that stiffens up the suspension a bit, giving it a bit firmer ride, and also opens up the valves on the exhaust, which makes the car crack and pop quite a bit. With the tune that it's got on it, it does get quite noisy, and I like to call it the obnoxious mode. So it does make you feel a bit obnoxious, because when you're driving around, as soon as you take your foot off, or lift your foot off the throttle, it just starts to bang and pop and crack. The next one up from that is the Sports Plus mode. Sports Plus mode is just like Sport mode, but it turns off traction control. It still keeps the stability control on, and if you want to turn that off, then you just have to hold down the traction control button for 3 to 5 seconds, I think, and then it tells you that the stability control has been turned off. I drive like that around the track, so I will turn everything off, and you can get the car to go sideways quite well. What else can we talk about the car? The stereo. Yeah, the stereo is quite nice. Harman Kardon, as I was saying before, 12 speakers. When you do pump the sound up, it does sound very, very nice. So I'm very pleased with it. What else? What else is in here? Storage space is okay. It's not the greatest. You got some storage in the doors, so you can fit bottles and some things, and fit some sunglass cases and a hat and things like that. So both the front doors have got quite a bit of space. The glove box is quite small. You're not going to fit much in that. The center console glove box is fairly small as well. Don't fit much in that. He did put in a remote charger, so wireless charging for your mobile phone, so you can put that in your put your phone in there and it'll charge while you're driving. For some reason, I've got a work phone and a personal phone. The work phone charges. The personal phone, which is supposed to be able to wireless charge, doesn't, and I'm thinking it's because I've got a magnet, like a metal plate on the back, so I can put it in my magnetic holder on my car. So when I'm driving around. It seats 4 quite comfortably. My father-in-law is quite tall and he sits in the front, and if he puts the seat back a bit, he sits quite comfortably in it. In the back, the kids can sit in there. Probably a large adult would find it a little bit uncomfortable depending on how far back the front seats are. So if you do want to carry some adults in the back, then the people in the front will be polite to put the seat forward so they can get some leg room. I really don't sit in the back, so I can't comment on it too much, and most of the time it's only myself or the kids who are driving around in it, so it's not a problem for me. It does have the when you're in Comfort or Eco Pro mode, that the engine automatically starts and stops when you stop the lights or stop the car, and will start again as soon as you start to lift your foot off the brake or put some input into the steering wheel. Yeah, that's about it that I can think of. The boot space. Now, boot space for me was quite surprising. You can fit a fair amount in that for a small hatchback. The boot is quite ample. It's got some little hooks on there, so if you go shopping, you just hang the bags off there, and they're not going to go and be rolling around too much. So that works really well. It doesn't have a spare tyre. What it does have is a inflation kit. So if you can patch your tyre and inflate it, then all is good. But being a member of a car club, like for me the RACQ, that just helps because they can come out and either tow you to a tyre shop or help you with just patching the car up. So not too worried about that, and it does save some weight. What else is there? Not a lot. The car has now done 47,000 kilometres, so I put on about 3,000. It's about 1,000 a month. That has been like a lot of driving, because being a new car and being such a nice car, and I just love to drive it, so I just go and drive it much as possible. Like today. Today is quite a nice sunny day. It's only about 30 degrees outside with the air conditioning on. It's quite comfortable inside, even being a black car, which people say, you know, you don't want a black car in Queensland because it's going to be hot. As long as your aircon works well, it's not bad. Yes, if you park in the sun and you come back after an hour or so, it's going to be really hot. But you know what? Open the windows, open the sunroof, put the aircon on for a bit, and it gets cool quite quickly, quite comfortably. Driving around, just watch out for other cars that are doing silly things. So that's really about it that I can talk about. I'm going to go for quite a while. I will try and do some more things with the car in regards to track days and things. So every time I go to the track, I'll be taking some videos and hopefully be able to put something together. I don't know how much I can do or what to do, but I'm all new to this and just giving it a go, just to get it out there and have some fun with the car and just share it with whoever wants to see it. What we can do is I'm just going to put it in obnoxious mode, so that actually has changed the way that the gearbox now feels, and it's a lot more responsive. The engine is a lot more responsive. We'll wind down the window. Now, sorry if there's a lot of noise. Let's see if you can hear those cracks and bangs. And if you change it down a gear, very obnoxious. And then just give it a bit of a squirt. And it gets up and goes too quickly. Luckily we still were able to stay underneath the speed limit because that's what is the right thing to do. Just put the window back up. It's fully tinted around, the sunroof's tinted, the back of, you know, all the other windows, even the front window I feel has a slight tint to it. So being black with dark windows, it's a bit stealthy. Oh, the other thing the person did was they put a body kit on the car. So it's got a rear wing and different diffuser, and it's got some side skirts, and it's got a front splitter, and it what he's done is he's wrapped it in carbon, so it's all carbon look. I'm pretty sure the wing mirrors also have a carbon wrap rather than being a carbon cover on them, so they're like the M Sport style wings on the mirrors, and that's about it. So thank you for watching. This was a one-take video, just giving that a go as well, just having a bit of a drive around, and we'll give it a bit of a squirt off the lights. And it loses traction way too quick. And got to 60 in like 1.5 seconds or something. Okay, we're going to call it quits there, and see you next time.